Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4 as Imperial Italy. Well, we're not Imperial yet, and we're not Italy yet, but we are a thing. What we are very much a thing of is at risk of having a coalition trigger. In fact, I would be very surprised if a coalition does not trigger at all, because there's quite a few people in it, so they're going to feel strong. Plus, there's a lot of little shits around here who sort of want some stuff back, and so it's very likely that It'll end up being someone like Lucca or the Papal State that actually fire the coalition off, because it's always like that. It always feels like it's a small country that actually does the triggering while they have the advantage of the big ones. So what we're gonna have to make sure to do, I think we're gonna keep our army maintenance high. In fact, do I even want you in Ferrara? Yeah, because Milan can't declare war on me. Ooh, Hungary is jumping in. Yeah, this is definitely gonna go off. So yes, I'm gonna keep my my army maintenance high because we're gonna have to respond relatively quickly when something happens. In fact, I'm tempted to leave my troops in something like Florence. Call the diplomat. I think Switzerland's still gonna hate me. Yeah, let's improve our relations with Savoy. It's been a while since we've done it. They don't like me because of the whole, well, aggressive expansion partially, but also because the Imperial authority confirmed. Where I stayed in the HRE and they didn't, they don't like me about that. So if we can keep that high, that'd be good. So if the coalition does trigger, because Lucca's in it, I should be able to jump in and take out their 10 troops right away and even siege this province out and just take them out of the equation. Yeah, they're small, but it will make a big difference. They have a fort? They do have a fort. Oh, that's the other thing to mention. So, look, you know, last two episodes I spent sort of complaining about the lack of a button or feature to list all my forts and or bulk mothball versus unmothball them, and I went to Twitter for it. So again, if you're unsure why I wasn't responding to your comment telling me where the button was like 2 episodes ago, well, the reason for that is that I, tend to record like 2 or 3 episodes in a row. Well, this would be the 3rd episode of the day. So, but I did go to Twitter to bring up the complaint, because to me, I know quite a few people were like, it should be maybe in this interface, which sort of makes sense, it sort of doesn't. I mean, I guess you're not building forts per se, but it's the first place I went, and then I was like, okay, well then clearly the ledger. Especially if anyone's played like EU3 and is used to going to the ledger where you could build buildings, you could send traders, do that sort of thing. It's not there. But apparently, right over here in the military tab, there is a button to quickly mothball or activate all forts in bulk, which, holy crap, that's going to be very, very handy. I would still like a list of forts and the ability to check them off sort of in a list, so that you can sort of maybe just have forts along one front a little bit easier, but you know what? This is good enough. We've got buttons of some kind. Wow, Naples is getting its ass kicked. It's only pretender rebels though, so I think all that will happen is it will change their dynasty, and it's not my dynasty, so I don't think it's actually a significant problem. Speaking of, oh, France. Excellent! My heir's actually going to be on the throne right now. The old king died. So Louis, my actual heir with my dynasty, is going to be on the throne in France. Exciting things may happen. All right, let's just fast forward for now. We're just going to improve relations. We're going to let aggressive expansion burn away, which Ennio will help for. Naples is canceling. Okay, that's fine. We're at 5 of 4 relations. I would like to marry Tuscany, but they're the wrong type of government, which is too bad. We've got another trade ship over here. You go to Venice. So we do have the majority of the trade in Venice. I would probably still like to pump it up a little higher. Although, you know what? It might be worth just fighting over the Genoan trade node now. There's so much more money at this point. You know what? Let's do that. We don't get much more trade power, but it still helps. The other thing we could do, and I think what I will do right now, is sale of titles. Recall diplomat. Sale of titles. My lord, one of your advisors suggested selling off titles. Okay, I can get 63 bucks or gain a stability. I would like to gain the stability. I don't need the money right now. The stability gives us more money in the long term and is going to be good. Okay, I'm going to go and build trade buildings pretty much everywhere I can. These are all in the Genoan trade node. A lot there, so these 2 provinces. I think I'll end up building one here in Modena as well. Not quite as much trade potential, but still decent. Oh, you don't have a trade building here? Shit, we'll have to get that in Venice up and running as soon as possible. I'm actually really surprised. Ravensburg enters the coalition. Again, as more and more of these little guys go, one of them becomes, more likely to actually do something. I wonder if it's safe to have my ships over here. there's more potential enemy ships buzzing around over here that could sink our navy. Whereas if I keep them in Venice, it's a lot safer. I could certainly dock them in time, probably. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Just wish these two fleets would merge. There it is. Okay, so even though I think in the long term it's better to run Genoa, because I'm sure some sort of war is going to trigger soon, I'm going to leave them in Venice. That way they're a little safer. Got that one token cog. Rebels in Venezia, they're not particular... No, 11.6 years, which is fine. If we do go to war and we start getting a lot of war exhaustion, it might be a problem, but right now we're sinking things really, really, really well. Potentially overkill, but I really want to minimize any chance of ticking up in Venice. I'm going to feel a lot better about that. Actually surprised this coalition hasn't gone. He's big. But, you know, I'm not super weak. Spending all that money does mean less mercs as an option, which is maybe a little bad. Oh, we have a diplomat free. Listen, Hungary, you don't have to be like that. Let's improve relations a bit. Maybe once the aggressive expansion burns off. Quite a bit over there. And they want a lot of my provinces. And they're rivals. What am I doing then? Good friends with Austria. You know what might... Let's just throw a little something out there with Lithuania. Whoa! Whoa! What? Whoa! Oh! War! 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 Papal States declared. Okay, so right away we're going to use that button to bulk activate all forts. And we are going to go and crush Lucca right away. They don't even have a leader here. Oh, they did put one in play. 102. Okay. Twice as many troops. I think we can probably crush these before they get reinforced. Okay, here's my fleet. I wish I could hit the go home and war button now. So after you finish this battle, go home. Although I guess you'll go to repair, which is going to be okay. Alright, won that battle ASAP. Are you going to come at me, bro? You're not locked yet, are you? Oh, you are locked. Okay, come at me, bro. And actually, we'll happily siege Lucca over here. Again, take them out of the picture so they can't build more troops. Switzerland entered an alliance there. They can't be called into the war, though, because Lucca didn't start it. Okay, who jumped in on our side? Here's the question. France, yes. Moldavia, Poland, Savoy, and, of course, Tuscany has to, although Tuscany hasn't rebuilt its army yet. I should... probably work on actually crushing some of the smaller stacks. In particular, I'm about to get sandwiched in an uncomfortable position right here. If it was just this 12 stack, I would stay, but it's not. So let's go over to Pisa. Also, we'll say attached to army, yes. Okay, we'll get out of there in time. No! Oh, it's the other side that caught us. That's bad news. Just there for now. I'm worried about building closer to the front. Tuscany stopped? What the fuck, Tuscany? Come on. We could have... Oh, my God. Okay, this is particularly bad. Tuscany, what are you doing to me? Why are you not coming... I mean, we might have still lost, but we would have put a hell of a lot better play. Alright, let me queue up a few more of these, and I can cancel them if something... Okay. I think we'll probably run to Ferrara. Oh, all the way to Venice. That's interesting. Yeah, stop, and then, yeah, dock in Venice for repairs. And then we should be able to keep control over the Gulf of Venice. There's a bigger fleet over here, but as long as we can keep control over the Gulf... Actually, let me go and move out here right now. Here, the cogs can help. They've got some guns. And then we can move in and out whenever we want. Farmland, hills. I think what we'll do is go and stand in the hills. Oh yeah, low morale. And just start sieging some of this stuff. Now, France isn't on this. Just have to wait for them to show up. Oh, they're sieging all of Provence, which I guess is fine. That loan is pretty big. Let's go ahead and... reduce that, and war exhaustion is fine. Currently, no separatists right now, because of course we've got a big army over there. Okay, good. You move there. We'll start sieging out some of the Milanese stuff. I lost some of those mercs we bought. Wait, is Milan not in this war? No, of course, we had a truce. Derp, I can walk through their territory, but because other people have access rights. But yeah, we have a truce. I'm being derp. Now, I would like to jump on one of these troops. Let's see. I guess we'll group up here and make a decision. If they're far enough away, I might be able to kill this stack before anyone else comes in. Obviously, we have to wait until we're full morale. Speaking of morale, let's get a military advisor. France has abandoned the siege and coming here. Like, yeah, stick to a plan. If you're going to siege stuff out, go and siege stuff out. If you're not, then come here faster. That would be nice. We can, at this point, I think just let some reinforcements. Let's go hide in the hills. That would be safer. For the defensive bonus. We're going to get another stack, or another tick of morale and reinforcements momentarily. So, well before they jump on us. There it is. Basically, full on morale, which is nice. We got this blockade, which I guess is going to be fine. Actually, let's detach the damaged ones and just dock. And then figure out where we want to go. Might be standing here. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of attrition. You know what? I'm just going to stay where I am now for maximum reinforcement rate. Wait for France to show up. Yeah, I'm not going to take any risks. France is showing up. They're going to kill the Ulmium troops over there. Good. Hey, any electors in this battle? No. Because it would be nice to go over there and vassalize them. I think we're mostly looking to be fully defensive here. Okay, we'll get one more tick. We'll get almost completely reinforced as well, but we'll have maxed out morale. I think what I'm going to go and do is squish these guys. There we go. Oh, are you going to go over here and challenge France? You are. Well, I guess we'll have to stack wipe this like little oneer. And then see what France is doing. They're going into Genoa. Well, we'll be able to go in on the other side if that's what happens. No, you stopped. Wisely so. I'm going to wait here. Oh. Oh, shoot. That's really bad. Prepare to run, prepare to run, prepare to run. Run as fast as you can. Let's kill this 5-stack. They might have reinforcements, but France is around too. Run, 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 run. Oh, we might lose this entire little navy. There we go. Didn't lose everything, but most of it. We lost control over the Gulf here, but it's okay. We don't have our troops stuck in Venezia or anything. Okay, we'll be able to squish this little group. And yeah, at some point, we would like to be able to siege, because it will take people out of the war, because they won't really be able to build troops anymore. But this is a fine start, and actually, if France wants to follow me, looks like they're not gonna. Oh, maybe. To Pisa, and then we can kill these troops here in Siena. That would be really nice. France just keeps changing their mind about what they're doing, though. Okay. Oh, no longer a valid rival. How come Switzerland is no longer a valid rival? Oh, are you going to attack me over here if I do this? You are. France, I hope you'd be willing to help. If I move now, it'll stop the attack, but if I let it happen, I will have slightly higher numbers. Fortunately, farmland, and they won't get a river crossing because I don't have a leader over there. Although I suppose I can trim my army down as small as possible and actually bring my leader in that direction. And then as soon as they're locked, so I don't have to wait until the day before. They're locked. So let's commit. And I think France should join in. Please join in. Alright, we do have the numbers advantage. No side's got a combat modifier. They've got a 1-3, which ain't bad. 1-2 is acceptable. France is going to skirmish other things along the way, which I guess is fine. Looks like we're going to be able to pull this off just fine. They're taking, well, 5-1 losses for a little while there. No, still about 5-1 losses. Excellent. Boom. And Rome started this. I'm going to move my entire army down there. I'll be less likely for people to just come and pick me off. And I think that would be the thing to do, is siege these guys out. Now, if I hold Rome itself, like if I take it, then I'll get some pretty substantial penalties, I believe. So I don't think I actually want to take Rome. But crushing the war leader like this will be pretty handy. Ooh, they actually moved out. And you're continuing to move out. Interesting. Well, let's merge up my armies and then maybe even siege out a little bit more. Okay, France sieging things over here. It's feeling pretty good. Let me go ahead and detach as much as possible here. Actually, I wish you could say, like, leave the cannons. Well, I guess we'll have to do it this way. Oh, that's not quite enough, is it? Let me separate a couple of extra infantry then. There we go. So now they're gonna have enough cannons to do a full siege. We don't have a blockade, which is too bad, but this will minimize attrition since we are almost out of manpower. Not to mention money. I do have war taxes. I've already taken out one loan. It's gonna be expensive war, but we'll deal with this coalition problem. I mean, I think it's possible once the truce is expired, some people might rejoin the coalition, but that's going to be at least 5 years away, which means more aggressive expansion will burn off. So some people will no longer be in a state where they're going to want to join the coalition. So overall, this defense is good. It is hard work. It's like we have to like scrape and claw for every little piece of land we end up taking here. Am I rival to the Papal States? No. Incompetent diplomats. Lose prestige. Ooh. Or power. Guess we gotta lose the prestige. It does suck, though. But I'm behind on my diplotech already. And I've got diplomatic ideas, so I can't lose the diplo power. A bit of a skirmish over there. Nothing to worry about. It's a larger stack over there. I will give them that. But other than that, we're going to be making some decent progress. Nothing else I can siege right now. Well, I suppose I could move this stack over here, which should be okay. Anyway, let's put my king in charge there. He might die, and then I'll get my other one. Yeah, I'll lose some extra stability, which is bad. But my other heir is pretty good. Actually, how old's my king right now? 49. Actually, there's a percentage chance he'll die every year right now. It's probably only around like 2 or 3%. We can see, okay, there we go. This leader here is a 4% death risk, and he's about the same age as my king. Actually, my king's a little older, so I might be at something like 6% per year. So already might die of natural causes. All right, let's fast forward, speed 4. I think that's going to be okay. Let's go and help out this battle here, because we're actually on the wrong side of the mountain there, so they're going to need everything they could possibly have and may still lose. Yep. That's interesting. Milan's going to go against Genoa, which I guess is fine. Oh, we might have it. We might not. Oh, we did. Holy crap, that was close. So that's just another potential person here to kill some Genoese troops, which I like. Plus, some of these armies will be busy here. Actually, a good question is, who are you against? Genoa and Lucca. Very nice. And if France wants to go and stack wipe those guys, I would not cry one bit. Yeah, that's a fast occupation because there's no fort. I'm going to go and take this, because the last thing I want is Milan expanding some more. They've proven to be pretty scary. Ooh, mercantilism is really good. I don't like losing the diplo power, but getting mercantilism up is difficult, and there's not really any good way of doing it. Speaking of that, though, I do have some papal influence. Oh, I'm at war, probably? How come I can't? Oh, you have to be at peace with the Papal States. So once we're at peace, we'll be able to do that. Rightful ownership. One of our subjects... We can give Siena to Tuscany. We're not doing that. Or it's ours. They get more liberty, desire, and hate us. I don't think they're going to break free, though. And we get prestige, which I'm happy with. So we're going to do that. They do have a high liberty desire. One thing I haven't been doing is sucking up to my vassal. There's no way he's going to break away right now. But we're actually... Well, we're capped in one sense with Poland. But I'll let it go to the full plus 100 improved relations with Poland. And then I'll start improving with Tuscany. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Didn't realize France was getting in trouble here. Okay, you've got some extra troops around. You should be able to reinforce yourself and be okay. Oh, we did win the Siege of Rome. So let's start with this. Hey, Savoy. Switzerland is at war. Some of these are the same wars. Well, I don't want to lose the prestige, so what the hell? Right now it's just Switzerland. The others might not actually join in, which would be funny. Because they're already busy in a war, so they might not honor the defensive call. I hope France can get there soon enough. Okay, there we go. That's going to be enough. So I'm not even going to worry about these troops over here. Just going to split some of those people out to lower some of the attrition. You know what? Let's throw these guys in here just because there are some Papal State reinforcements that might be coming. And actually, okay, France is going to be fine. Are you going to jump on me over here? I guess that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Yeah, you're jumping in on me over there. Okay. Well, we had more troops to start off with. We're going to have a few more soon as well. And your leader is worse. Nice maneuver. You never have to worry about any rivers. That's about it. So, is there anyone I can side piece out? The Weeping Song. War's taking heavy toll. Ooh. I can spend 40 ducats to drop my war exhaustion. Well, that's better than spending 75 Diplo power. Or they're merely crying, gain 1,000 manpower. Ooh, that's interesting. Rebellion risk is totally fine right now, so let's take the manpower instead. Oh yes, separate peace. Anyone? So no one who came in on the coalition can be separate pieced. And that's it. Okay, so no one got pulled in from just an alliance call, so it's going to be all or nothing. Actually, I could probably... I don't have a diplomat. Okay, first of all, cancel you and cancel you. Let's get a couple of diplomats, because I want one to be in Tuscany, starting to improve that as a long-term investment. Next, let's talk to the Pope here a second. Oh, actually got some land over there. It's not contiguous, though. Taking Lucca would be very tempting. Very tempting. Obviously, it gives me more aggressive expansion, but everyone could coalition me is basically already coalitioned me. I think that's what we're going to end up waiting for. Although, out of curiosity, could I vassalize the Papal States? Well, it's not that much war score. They're not willing right now, but if we get our score higher. I think what will probably happen is we'll probably just try to grab Lucca as part of the peace deal, which I think we can do. Are you going to lose France? Shit. I didn't realize your morale had started so low. The other side even has a penalty here, but yeah, we're going to have to help. Either we get there in time or we get there just after, but we still attack a weakened enemy. Not a lot of cannons. Actually, what's possible is that France is cannon rich. Like their front lines might be completely depleted from all those little battles that it fought. Speaking of being depleted, wow. Well, I don't have any manpower, so you know what? I think a consolidate here to just save some money would be good. And then maybe get a few more Merc infantry. Let's just go and squish this one stack while we're here. May as well take the free kills. And then go back to Lucca, which is our ultimate... Yeah, I would be very happy if we could take that. Hopefully France is doing all right. How are you doing, actually? It's a good question. You have some manpower left. You really don't have that much active stuff. It is freaky how weak France is right now. Now, we can end the war whenever we want. I'm really hoping I can just siege out Lucca. We have the full cannon bonus. Yes, we do. I can't take this right now because I might need the Diplo points to negotiate the peace. So let's not do that. Some prestige would be nice. That power projection. If we can keep that above 50. And that's one of the things we can do is actually humiliate the Pope right now. Recall the diplomat with Lithuania. So let's just drop one in, I don't know, Saxony. Hey, they're an elector as well. And then we'll keep one diplomat around for the peace deal. Okay. Well, actually, we may have to cut the video right here. Interesting. Is it just me or are these stripes exactly the same color? It looks like it, but this is occupied by Milan and this is occupied by Ferrara. I guess we have a similar base color, so that makes sense. It is like a slightly different color, maybe. It's hard to see. Wow, there's a lot of sieges happening there. Now, part of that... Right, that's the Second War. That's the Swiss conquest of Savoy. Which isn't going to work out well for Savoy. Alright, we're going to wrap up this episode. Next time, we're going to hope that we can finish the siege here, and then just piece that out. Where's... Oh yeah, I could eat Rome. Well, no, I can't, because Rome... The Papal States don't want to give that up. Poland is apparently eating the crap out of Hungary, which is actually very nice. Because Hungary had a lot of troop potential over here, but they've been defanged. I think this war is going to be fine. I'm concerned about the Swiss reconquest of Wallace, but otherwise, I think the war is generally going to continue to go in our favor. And I think as soon as I siege out Lucca, I will aim for a peace. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.